Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? If you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, please do so. The information and all the links to contact me and Trish are always in the description box below, along with all the important information that we always want you guys to have is always in the description box below. Okay. So grab your coffee, maybe some chocolate, because you just never know with me, I will be doing two videos today. The first video, which is this video, okay, is on some topics that were sent to me by subscribers, okay, that they want me to address. And then the second one is going to be a continuation, or episode 3, if you want me to say it that way, on the Sarajevo survival guide. So I will be doing more of that because I know you guys really like the survival guide aspect, so we can better prepare ourselves. Okay, so the first thing was sent to be by Mawberry, and you all know her. She's my channel moderator, or one of them, I should say. She text messaged me this the other day, and she said there's a new malware virus scam going on via emails from Amazon. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh no, not Amazon, because I do a lot of shopping through Amazon, especially Andrew. He does a lot of shopping through Amazon too. It states your payment was declined and needs to be updated. However, if you click on the link in the email to do so, it has access to your phone, financial info, and security info. Amounts in email may be different than order amounts. To check if email information is correct about payment decline, go directly to Amazon app or website to check orders. Orders will show anyone's needing payment updates. And I'm like, okay. And then she forwarded the email to me. She said, just black out my email address. But the one that she showed me, it doesn't show her email address. Oh, well, yeah, it does. But so it says payment declined, update your information so we can ship your order. So can you see that? It's just weird. And then it says, be careful with this message. Mawberry Homestead has never sent you a message using this email address. But yes, she has. So it's just strange. Maybe it's because that email that she received and is now forwarding to me was obviously a scam. So, yeah. It's just a little, you know what I mean? So I wanted to bring that to your attention. Now, on with these two, okay? So this was sent to me, and this is about the German government, okay? So really, we should heed these warnings, okay, once the German government starts doing this. I don't know really how to say it. Okay, so with Blackouts looming, okay, German government holds disaster preparation day, promotes cooking without electricity. So if the German government is going to be holding a preparation day, why isn't our government doing something like that? Okay, so high demand and the transition to green power has left much of Europe at risk of blackouts. In Germany, state authorities are teaching the public to heat their homes with candles and get used to cooking without electricity. If they're having preparation days and telling their citizens it's okay to prepare, whereas here, They're putting out things on Facebook and social media saying, if you know people who are extremists and have more than 3 weeks worth of food, turn them in. State authorities in North Rhine-Westphalia will hold their first Disaster Protection Day on Saturday, with instructors in the city of Bonn, B-O-N-N, teaching citizens how to get by in the event of a long power failure. An advert by the Federal Civil Protection Office gives a hint of what's in store and features an elderly woman wearing several layers of clothing, heating her apartment with candles, burning under an upturned flower pot, and sealing her windows with reflective foil. The Civil Protection Office on Friday unveiled an ad campaign focusing on all aspects of crisis preparation and will soon release a targeted strategy addressing stockpiling, extreme weather, power failure, and emergency baggage. Meanwhile, officials will present a new book entitled Cooking Without Electricity at the event in Bonn on Saturday. Based on these official communications, blackouts are coming to Germany soon. While the idea of the world's sixth most developed country being unable to power itself may seem ludicrous, the problem is Europe-wide and is the result of a number of factors. Germany relies heavily on natural gas for heat and power, and supplies were depleted following an unusually cold winter and spring. Globally, gas markets are tight, and with increased demand in Asia and an upsurge in air conditioner use during a hot summer in Europe, driving prices to record highs. Compounding the problem, wind power generation fell this year, literally due to a lack of wind in Germany. A lack of wind? Wow. Coal burning has increased to make up this shortfall, yet the cost of European Union carbon credits on this fuel is passed on to consumers, with the end result being a spike in energy cost for ordinary Germans, who already pay the highest price per kilowatt hour in the world. Holy cow. Both the EU and the German government want to rely more heavily on wind and other renewables for power in the future. The EU's 2030 plan, 2030, there's that year again. There's that year again. I haven't, for a while, like months ago, every article that I read, every conversation that we would have as preppers, it was either the year 2025 or the year 2030. And they kept coming up, 2025, 2030, 2030, 2030, 2030. It was the strangest thing. Now here, the EU's 2030 plan calls for 32% of all the energy to be generated from renewable sources. And while Germany already exceeds this target with 44%, the German government plans on eliminating nuclear power by next year and coal by 2038. Combined, nuclear and coal account for 39% of all electricity generated in Germany, unless the country can dramatically expand its renewable sector and count on the wind to power it. Their elimination will likely result in even higher prices and more disaster protection days in the coming year. This same mismatch of supply and demand, coupled with a costly and unreliable transition to green power, has also been seen in other European countries in recent months. Wow. I'll leave this link in the description box below so you guys can have your resources, okay? Now, on to this. So this was also sent to me, okay? And you know how for a while I was doing all those recalls, right? And Trish and I were saying, what is really going on with all of these recalls? Because, I mean, I was literally in every single video, I was doing like 15, 20, 25 recalls in every single day. And I'm like, no, what's really going on here? I've never seen so many darn recalls. Never. And one of the biggest ones was listeria in spices. What? Wait a minute here. Listeria in spices? And then there was another one, salmonella on something. And I'm like, what? Nothing was adding up. Nothing was making sense. And then this, right? So this makes sense. Okay, so the FDA, okay, the Food and Drug Administration, on behalf of the U.S. Marshals Service, seized spices and food additives that were held in unsanitary conditions at the Lyden, L-Y-D-E-N, Spice Corporation in Miami, Florida. Investigators said in a news release that the products were supposed to be widespread rodent infestation, as well as other pests such as live and dead insects. Yeah, I know. The seized products included more than 25,000 boxes and bags of spices and food additives like monosodium glutamate, crushed red chili, sesame seeds that were going to be up for sale. The FDA plays a critical role in safeguarding the U.S. food supply and helping to ensure that our food is not contaminated at any point during its journey along the supply chain. Acting FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock said, "We take our responsibility seriously and will continue to take action against those who threaten the safety and quality of the product we regulate as a necessary step to protect the public health and the safety of Americans." Court documents show that the FDA learned of the filthy conditions after an inspection of Lyden Spice Corporation between June 8th and June 28th, 2021. And that's right around when I was doing all of those recalls. And it was recall after recall after recall. And a lot of it was on spices. And I was like, hold on. And Trish and I would literally sit there going, no, something's not right here. Whammo. This is what it was. It wasn't listeria. Spices, you can't get listeria with spices. Here it is. So, where officials found numerous rodent feces on and around pallets with containers of food. They also found evidence of rodents gnawing and urine on the food containers and rodent nesting material between food pallets. Fox television stations have reached out to Lyden Spice Corporation for comment. So, because the local news station here is Fox 13, Tampa Bay. So, they're the ones that that's where this news article came from. Because one of my subscribers, I have a lot of subscribers that live in the Tampa Bay area, right around where I live. So there you go. Holy cow. So that's what it was. It wasn't listeria. We knew it could not have been listeria. That just didn't make sense. Just didn't make sense. Did it? Anyways, all right, guys, that's all for this video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one, which will be later on, because I really, this book is, oh my, it's intriguing. It really is. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is the schools, okay, the shopping, the fashion, the drugstores, the obstetricians, the bookstores, the souvenir, the gifts, the markets, money and prices in Sarajevo. What they went through in the early 90s, I will say that this, and I have looked for the links so you guys can buy it, because you guys have said, where can I buy this book? I've looked. I looked at, because where I normally buy my books is called thriftbooks.com. They're out of stock. Amazon, out of stock. eBay, out of stock. Everywhere, out of stock. And then I found some whack job trying to sell this book for $800. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you and your brain? So anyway, if I can find it, you know what? If I can find this book, I'll buy a copy or two, okay? And, we'll do a giveaway or something, all right? But honestly, if I can find it. Because for some reason, this book is like a hot commodity. I don't know, but I mean, it's that good. I'll give it to you like that. It's that good, huh? All right? But anyway, all right, I love you. I'll see you later, all right? Stay safe, stay positive, keep prepping. And as always, fearless.